Start creating better health today. Start doing simple things. Get yourself a juicer. When this video is over, folks, I am going to take these beautiful red potatoes and I'm going to run them through the juicer. I'm currently back on the potato juice. Red potatoes only, though. Red potatoes have a really interesting nutritional profile when they're raw and ran through a juicer. I have a video about this on my archives. Check it out if you haven't already checked it out already. Potato juice is really interesting, and it's something that many people don't know about. This is good for the skin. I only juice the red potatoes, though. I might start experimenting later on in the year with sweet potatoes, but I discovered this by when I read Dr. Jack Tipps's book. I began exploring potato juice when I read Dr. Jack Tipps's book, The Provida Plan. I thought I had it here next to me or on my nightstand so I could show you, but apparently I don't. Regardless, that's a great book. If I remember, I'll put a video overlay right now showing you guys what that book looks like. I have it in my Amazon store, but before I discovered that book, I had tried potato juice a few times and I had heard about it. My ex-girlfriend mentioned at one point years ago that one of her best friends, their whole entire family juiced potatoes, and they all attributed their health largely to the potatoes that they were juicing. Apparently they all had really good skin, and that's what most people use potato juice for is skin health. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, but what am I trying to get at here? I'm trying to remind you to use your time wisely and to start creating something. We are largely creative entities, folks. You can, with social media nowadays as well, you really have the ability to reach many people. You have the ability to create something and spread it throughout the entire world. My message, I've looked at my analytics here on YouTube. I'm reaching people in India. I'm reaching people in China. I'm reaching people in the most remote places of the world. I'm reaching people in Greenland and Iceland. It's so cool to me. I find it so interesting that I can literally sit behind this camera, in front of it technically, and record a video, and within an hour of editing it and whatnot and loading it onto the internet, people from all across the world can see it. People in Egypt, people in South Carolina, people in California, people in my hometown Virginia. It's really cool. And with my message, I really am trying to spread the message of health, but I don't want to make it complicated. I want to just give you guys really simple techniques on going about getting healthier. I'm not here to I don't want to try to get on here and preach a message of this is how you do it. And what I mean by that is, and bear with me, folks, what I mean by that is I'm not here to give you an A to B methodology on how to get healthy, because everyone's different. Everyone has different genetics. Everyone has a different cellular constitution. Everybody digests food differently, and everybody has different allergens and food sensitivities. So obviously what works for me, as I've said before, may or may not work for you. But I am here to try to give you guys a basic rubric of very simple things that you can apply to your health that can kind of push you through the door, and then you can kind of go through the process of self-discovery with your health, because health, especially divine health and enlightenment, that is a process of self-discovery. And I can't just tell you that this is how you do it. This is the method of doing it. No, health is a process, again, of self-discovery. It's a process of self-fulfillment, self-love. Health is a product, or it's an act of self-love, ladies and gentlemen, and I can't give you self-love. I can inspire you to go get a juicer and maybe start juicing potatoes or juicing cucumbers and flushing your body of toxins. I can say things and pepper my videos with creative wordings to try to get you inspired, but it's up to you to walk through that door. I in no way, shape, or form like to view myself as some expert. I'm just a dude who cares about this world that we live in, the animals and the people that live here, and I want to see things be liberated up into the heaven realms of consciousness, which we have the ability to achieve through a biological, physiological, spiritual, astral, and etheric process known as the Kundalini energy that resides within our coccyx. My chair keeps squeaking, and it sounds like I'm farting, but I'm not. We have a aspect of ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, that is currently in a state of dormancy. The Kundalini energy is the enlightenment energy, which when aroused activates all of the dormant regions of our physiology and our consciousness and tethers us to God. We experience what's known as non-causal joy, bliss, and ecstasy. When the Kundalini activates, the full potential of our brain power is activated. You know that some experts say that we use less than 5% of our brain? Well, that's because we live in a state of dormancy. We live in a state of non-activation, and the Kundalini energy, which sits at the base of the pelvic floor, the kingdom or the throne of God, when it activates, it moves up the cerebral spinal system, ladies and gentlemen, and it activates what's known as the chakras, which are these light energy vehicles. Chakra means wheel. They are energy vortices that reside within our cerebral spinal system, and they have connected to them, they are connected to the primary organ systems of our body and all the nerve clusters and ganglia of our spine and every little part of our physiology. Now, the Kundalini energy, when it's asleep, causes these chakras to constrict and be in a state of non-activation. There's no electricity moving through them anymore. And when the Kundalini activates, the electricity causes them to the flowers of these chakras to bloom. And I don't want to get into Kundalini in this video, excuse me. I want to stay on point, but Kundalini is so beautiful. This is how we actually evolve, ladies and gentlemen, from the state that we're in now, which is a state of disharmony, to a perfection or a perfected state. Got some hibiscus here. This is hibiscus flower water. I have this in the refrigerator all the time. I don't drink this every day, but I do drink it. This is good for blood pressure. This is filled full of antioxidants. It's got kind of a bitter vibe to it, and the bitters, 9 times out of 10, the bitter herbs and flowers, they're good for the liver. This is good for the blood. So, hibiscus flower water. This is Egyptian hibiscus. I'm a fan of the Croatian hibiscus as well. I'm a connoisseur of herbs. I'm a connoisseur of high quality coffees and high quality, again, herbs and flowers. I'm a connoisseur in the things that I consume, because the things that I consume directly affect my health, and my health is my platform in life, so that I can have my energy, so that I can go about achieving my goals, so that I can go about trying to reach people and inspire them to take care of their health. I want people to experience greater states of expanded consciousness. I want more people to realize that we have the ability to change the tide here in this dimension, and we can create a heaven realm in this dimension. We can turn things from hell into heaven. And if you think that things are not hell right now, it's because you're not looking at the truth. Most people here in this world are suffering in more than one way, some worse than others. Heaven is a place where everyone is experiencing bliss. So until we reach that state, until bombs are ceased from dropping on places and blowing people up into pieces so small as it resembles dust, until we come together and take care of our health and realize that we are all part of a greater omni field of consciousness that I like to call God, we are going to stay in a state of separation. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, you guys, I want to wrap this one up. I want to keep this under 20 minutes. Take advantage of the fact that you have the ability to create things. Take advantage of your time, because time is something that you cannot get back. And here's the thing about time. Time either lifts you up as you get older, because you realize and look back that, wow, I did a lot with my time, and what I've done is helping other people, it's uplifting people, or maybe it just satisfies your soul and your family. Whatever, you've got to do things that make you feel rewarded. And in my opinion, the most rewarding things are things that not only benefit you, but benefit everybody who comes in contact with what you've created or what you're spreading, whatever it is you're doing. Time works in a weird way. It either uplifts you as you get older, or it drags you down. Because as you get older, you reflect. That's just a byproduct. That's just how the human mind works. And when you reflect, reflection either uplifts you or brings you down based on your previous actions that you're reflecting on. Good, positive, wholesome things uplift the consciousness and uplift your spirit. And bad things, such as wasting time, usually just make you feel down, it's again cause and effect. You're reaping what you sow. But I'm here to tell you that regardless of what you've done, as long as you haven't done something that gotten you locked up in jail and you're not going to have any freedom, is if you have freedom, ladies and gentlemen, and you have some health left in your system, you can turn things around regardless of, even if you're 50, 60, 70 years old, you come across, if you use your time wisely, if you start utilizing the herbs, if you really start doing your own research and studying real health, you get yourself a juicer and start juicing things like cucumbers or red potatoes. You start putting real minerals back into your body and getting away from all the bullshit foods. Ladies and gentlemen, you have the potential to not only expand your potential for your lifespan, but you can experience a greater quality of life. And the healthier you get, here's the thing, if you're at a point in life where you're looking back and going, wow, I wasted a lot of time, start taking care of your health. That is one of the greatest ways out of this, because when you take care of your health, you're going to expand your mind, you're going to open up your heart, and you're going to realize that you can generate your own self-love. A lot of people waste time because they're not healthy. And when you're not healthy, you don't have rational thinking and you lack foresight. So if you're at a point in life where you're looking back at life and going, God damn it, what did I do with my life? Take care of your health, God damn it. You have to. Stop putting off what you know you need to do now, because as I said earlier, when you do that, when you put off what you know you're supposed to do now, you by default live in a vicious cycle of I'll do it tomorrow. And what is that? It means that days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, and before you know it, God damn it, I wasted 10 years of my life and I still don't have a water filter. God damn it, I wasted 10 years of my life and I still don't have an air filter. Use your time wisely, folks. Peace be with you all. I wanted to personally thank you for watching my videos and contributing to the growth of my channel. I could not do this without you, and your interest in my content is truly what motivates me and fuels my passion for making these videos and spreading my message. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to remind you that this channel is a free educational tool that is listener supported. And if you would like to donate to my channel and donate to my cause, help make my life a little bit easier and help keep the lights on around here, you can do so by checking out the links in the description box below. There's a handful of not only ways to donate to my channel, but I also have links to different websites and different videos of mine, as well as my Amazon store, where you can check out a plethora of different health-related products that I use and recommend. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your continued interest in my message, and until next time, peace be with you all.